Hello guys, Tolo here, and this is the conclusion video of the SWTOR Republic, the beta I was in just recently. It was actually pretty great. It was a stress test, so a lot of people were invited to this beta, but thankfully I was one of the first ones to be invited for that, and I didn't have much of an issue, partly because I didn't play on the English realms, which were far more populated than the German realms. For some reason I was playing on a German server. I don't know why, don't ask me, okay? Yeah, SWTOR Republic, that's the game I want to play in the future. I'm gonna be playing it a lot. And here's my thoughts about the game in terms of leveling, flashpoints, and PvP. So the first thing we were looking at was the character creation screen. I made a video on basically every class you could be making, but then again, it's not all the classes, because the best thing about it is the advanced class. It's kind of different from all other games. Usually you pick your class at level 1, but in this game you pick your overall class at level 1, but then at level 10 you go specific down and say, I want to play a Sith Warrior Marauder, I want to play a Sith Warrior Juggernaut, I want to play a Bounty Hunter Mercenary. I was trying to remember one of the other classes. I was mainly playing a Sith Warrior in the beta, and that's what you saw all of my videos were from that perspective. But I really like the character creation in this game. Compared to some other games, it actually gave you a lot of options on terms of how you want it to look like. And you could be tall, you could be thin, you could be high, you could be fat, even if you wanted to. And things were pretty good in terms of details. I mean, the textures wasn't put that high because it was just a beta, but all the graphical settings options for your look was great. I mean, just all the scores. There were so many scores to be choosing between, and hairstyles. There were different hairstyles. Some of them I did like, some of them I did not. But that's, everybody got their opinion, and it's giving you a wide option. And same goes with color and etc. What skin color you have. There's so many options, it's ridiculous. I like it, I really like it. It really makes you feel like you create your own character. Look, you could go from from really pale to really dark if you want to. And the best thing is, there's a random name generator. Now, that is something very nice. Some people are just really bad at making up names. So am I. I'm really bad when it comes to making names. I can sometimes sit at the character creation screen for 1 hour just thinking of a name. But you could be so many things. You could be human, you could be Zabrak, you could be True Blood Sith. And there's so many races to choose between. It's nice. Look, I'm just going through different eyebrows apparently. Yeah, beards. Some of those beards are really awkward, but I guess I shouldn't be the one talking. Now look at that. That was looking like a real punk guy just before. Yeah, I think there's a wide selection, so not bad at all. What do you guys think? So, of course, I had to be leveling in order to get anything done with. The main part about this game, something that really sticks out from this game compared to all other MMORPGs, the leveling. It is BioWare, you know, the master of RPG. That's the one. So you would expect some awesome leveling, and that's what you get. It was really an awesome experience. It was really great. It's definitely different from what I've been trying in previous MMOs, such as World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings Online, and Guild Wars. This was mind-blowing compared to questing in those old games. And trust me, I'm a huge alcoholic. I've been leveling so many times in all of those games. It's crazy. And for once, I actually felt this was different. I really felt I was a part of storylines. Even all the small side stories, they were kind of interesting. It was actually a pretty good experience. Now, I did make about 8 videos of this leveling. It was only the low level. I did not record any further than level 8 or something like that. But it was getting more and more fun the further I got into the storyline. You had kind of your main story you could follow along with, and you kept getting distracted by all those other kind of stories. But it wasn't just about the stories. It was about all the small cinematics put into the stories. It was great. All the time it gave me options. At some point I had the option I had 3 prisoners in front of me as a Civ warrior, and I could decide whether to let them free or torture them or kill them right on the spot, and I think I ended up killing 2 of them. It was just fun. Later on I got to quest with a group of people. We had some group quests we had to do, and I joined up with several other people, and we had a great time going in there killing stuff together. It was fun. It was an overall fun experience, and I can't wait to be leveling from 1 to 50 through this, going from planet to planet. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. It really is something, but I guess the downside to this is, of course, you have an option to be skipping all of these small cinematics. But if you're the type of guy who just want to power level, or who don't give a shit about the story or anything like that, then this game is probably not for you. At least not the questing. But then you have a nice option to go into all the different flashpoints there's plenty of flashpoints. I think there's somewhere like 15 flashpoints, including all the small questing hubs. But just flashpoints, there should be 15 flashpoints from level 10 to level 50. So you guys, there should be plenty of flashpoints for you to enjoy. Also, you could just be running war zones. As once you get to level 10, you can run war zones. It actually surprised me. You're getting quite a lot of XP just by doing war zones. I don't know if it was just because it was the beta, or if it was if it's in the intention for the release to give the same crazy amount of XP, because to be honest, you really got a lot of XP while doing the war zones. But overall, they give you different options to be leveling, and I think that's great. Now it's up to you guys what you want to enjoy. If you want to enjoy questing, war zones, flashpoints, or if you're gonna do a big mix of everything. Personally, I am gonna do a mix of everything when the final game releases. I'm not gonna be in a rush. I'm not the one who's gonna go for server first level 50. No, I'm not that kind of guy. I wanna level in my own pace, because I know if I rush it, I'm not gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna enjoy it as long as possible. Look at it. If you look back, the very, very first time you ever played World of Warcraft, for me, that was in Vanilla WoW. I had such a great time. I don't care if it took me 6 months to get my very first character to level 60. I don't care if that took me that long, because I was having a great time. Now, the second time I leveled the character, it wasn't nearly as great as the first time. The third time, it wasn't as great. Fourth time, and after leveling 20 characters, it was nowhere the same fun as when I did it the first time. So I want to have this first time and enjoy it and experience the proper way, the way it's meant to be played, and just chill and level in my own pace without power leveling. And I suggest you guys do the same, but in the end, it's up to you. But that's what I think about leveling. I think it was really great. It's fun, different, not so linear in my opinion. But I know other people have got different opinions. I only got to level 16. I wasn't rushing in the beta either. I didn't want to spoil everything for myself. I only wanted to test out a few things and report a few things to you guys. I didn't want to complete the game in the beta. I heard about a few people who got to level 22 in 1 day. Some people level 22 in 2 days. People just going crazy, getting a lot of level, and I'm sure I could have done the same, but that wouldn't be any fun. I'm just gonna be chilling, and we'll see how the leveling pace will be in the final release. I don't know if they just increased the XP gain you did get in the beta, but I don't think so. I'm not sure, but oh well. On to the next subject, which is gonna be PvP. Yes, I did enjoy player versus player.
The Dark Council. We have rediscovered the long-lost prototype ship, SWTOR. Its technology must be recaptured for the Empire. The Republic has arrived before us. Access the data core on the bridge and kill anyone in your way. Override the security terminal and attack.
So, PvP in Star Wars: The Old Republic. That was fun. Certainly fun. I had a good time. I played a overall of between 10 and 15 matches, and the 3 war zones that is currently available. The game is going to be released with about 3 war zones, but I cannot guarantee if there's going to be more in the future. But right now it's not necessary. I had a fun time. It was different, but that's because there was so many new classes, new abilities, a new game, overall game mechanics. It was a chaos. I might as well say it. It was a chaos. I was running around, not exactly sure what rotation to be using, while playing other people who wasn't exactly sure what they were supposed to be using, what abilities, and people who I was bad geared, they were bad geared. Some people were higher level, some people were lower level. But overall, the PvP I had was fun. It was really, really great actually. And I really think, of course, there's always some tweaks in terms of balance that is going to be put down. No PvP game can ever become balanced. I mean, look at games like, I'm sure, World of Warcraft, it's not balanced. Games like League of Legends, there is no way that game is balanced either. There is no, and I'm sure there's plenty of other PvP games that isn't balanced, and Star Wars: The Old Republic is not going to be balanced either. There's always going to be something overpowered, some class that is better than the other class in terms of 1 versus 1. And here in Star Wars: The Old Republic, we have 8 classes to be playing with, and that's a lot. 8 classes. Well, technically, those 8 classes got 2 advanced classes each, so actually we got a lot more. But that's it. There's so many things you need to learn about PvP in this game, and running around not exactly sure what to do. Don't blame me on my gameplay, but I had an overall fun time. So what do I think about it compared to let's say World of Warcraft, because that is the best comparison I can be making right now. And I know a lot of my subscribers, my current subscribers, are playing World of Warcraft and like PvP. Well, of course it's not as smooth as World of Warcraft PvP is, because World of Warcraft has been around for 7 years. But I'm not saying this is bad either. This is perfectly well. I just think I found myself to be the wrong spec and a little bit under leveled. But that is actually a very good thing about PvP in Star Wars: The Old Republic, at least when you're low level. I believe Mythic had somewhat the same. Mythic, the ones who made the Warhammer Online, who are, by the way, also the ones working on Star Wars: The Old Republic PvP, but they had somewhat the same deal. They are actually increasing your stats. So if you're under level compared to the other guys, let's say you're level 14 like I am in the video here, at some point I played with a level 21. I believe everybody in that war zone was boosted up to the stat level of that level 21 to make the game somewhat balanced, and that was actually great. And just like in Warhammer Online, Personally, I did not play Warhammer Online, but my friends did. But I know a little bit about Warhammer Online. But just like in Warhammer Online, tanks will become of good use in this. Their taunt ability will actually have a good use. So I'm looking very much forward. I'm gonna be a Sith Juggernaut, which is gonna be DPS, and I could be DPS or tank as a Sith Juggernaut, and I'm looking forward to be playing tank. I'm not really sure what to say. I only made 3 videos of this and only played 10 or 15 matches. But in the long run, it's just important to know I had fun, and I'm sure. And later on, I brought a friend of mine, and we played a lot of war zones together. And in the long run, you're playing the game to have fun, and this is certainly fun if you're just about the war zones. I'm not sure if there's gonna be any arena, but we'll see in the future. They have actually implemented the Gladiator title into this game, so who knows? Maybe there's gonna come arenas in the future, but I cannot say for sure. So, if you're interested and see more about the PvP, watch the PvP live commentaries. I actually made 3 videos of that. You can find them in the show, so just go to the show on my YouTube channel, and you can find it. I think it's at episode 15, 16, and 17, something like that. You could go back and watch it. It should be there. Or maybe it's 17, 18, and 19, something like that. Go back and watch them. Shouldn't be hard to find. So, crowd control and PvP really seems a little bit overpowered. Of course, you have what in World of Warcraft would be called the Trinket, a ability that gets you out of crowd control abilities. But you can only use that every 2 minutes, and a lot of classes just had a lot of crowd control. But then again, that's what I was talking about earlier. I might get something later on that is just as good. But I really think the Sith Assassin and the Counselor, or whatever you call, Jedi Counselor, they were really strong in PvP. They had a lot of crowd control. But I'm sure it's not even balanced yet. It's too hard to say what class is going to be overpowered and what not. But so far, those classes really seem to be really good at PvP. But I hope to experience more of this in the future. And in the end, all that matters is the maximum level when it comes to flashpoints and PvP. So I don't care how balanced the low level is, as long as the high level is balanced. That's what I want. So that was the conclusion video of the Star Wars: The Old Republic beta, what I got to experience in the beta and what I think about it. And overall, I think the game is really good. It's really solid for being so young, if you can call it that. The game has been in the makings for a very long time. I've been very excited about, been waiting a long time for the game. And it's certainly a game I will be playing, and so will all of my friends and their friends. So I'm looking forward to having a good time in this game in terms of PvE, PvP, and etc. It's gonna be really fun. So you guys can expect a lot of future Star Wars: The Old Republic videos, and if there's something you want to see more of than others, well, ask me. I'm open for all kinds of requests. But if you want to see more Star Wars: The Old Republic in the future, now this was just the beta, and there will not be any more Star Wars: The Old Republic videos before the final game is released, which will be in 15 days for those of us who have early access to the game. But this is the end of Season 1. Subscribe for more, and Season 2 I'll be back with the full released game, and I'll be putting out Star Wars: The Old Republic on a regular basis. Subscribe to the show, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and I'll see you next time. May the Force be with you. No, wait. No!